What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode. Yes, I had to take a sip of my coffee. It's 8:54 a.m. Pacific time. Done trading for the day. In this video, I'm just gonna chop it up with you guys. You know, there's enough channels out there that is just all candlesticks, all strategy breakdowns, all funded account challenges. There's not enough of this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? This is real life too. I'm missing a blind here. You know? This is real life. My apartment is way too expensive. You know, I'm in the Bay Area. This shit costs as much as a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Real life. I'm a real person. I just want to chop it up with you guys, like a little vlog style. You know, I don't think I'm going to edit it out very much. And if you don't want to watch, that's fine. But quick update. Today, I took a nice OTE trade. My baby woke up a little bit early, grumpy, spitting up. And, you know, I was holding her, getting her ready for school as I was taking the trade. Trade went into drawdown a little bit. It was on one ES contract. And, you know, I was getting flustered with the wiggling and crying baby and seeing my trade turn red. And I closed the trade early for a loss. You know what happens when you do that? The trade ended up working out. Would have been a nice, like, 1-3 fucking trade. Would have been very nice for my fucking funded accounts. But it is what it is. I ended up re-entering later and still took a little bit out, but pretty much break even on all my accounts. So one thing that helps me to keep it black and white is, you know, it either hits stop or it hits profit target. Any discretion in between there allows for mistakes to be made. Maybe you come in one day and you're emotionally not ready, or you're just having a bad morning or whatever. You might not make the right decision in managing the trade, but if you keep it black and white, just let it go. You know, that makes me feel better. You know, I don't gotta manage it. It's either gonna go to plan or it's just gonna stop out, and then it's just all probabilities. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a tick from, you know, your profit. You know, don't be a dick for a tick. Shout out to Dustin. But then, you know, there's some discretion in it. But for me, anyways, I need to keep it black and white. And, you know, that's also what I want to get into. Next week, my Apex Trader funding, I got 2 more evals resetting next week. If you didn't know, if you blow an account, it is a subscription model. So the next month it will reset with the same price that you bought it for, right? So it's 80% off, fucking cheap. You know, it's fucking like Netflix, you know what I mean? Or a little more than Netflix, but I blew those accounts. And, you know, some people you can manually reset it for like $80, doesn't make sense, or you can cancel it and reorder a new one, especially if they have these 80% sales again. But for me, I feel like I blew the account for a reason, and I need to marinate on that. I need to get better, and then I'll let it reset, and now we'll be back at it. You know what I mean? Don't need to jump back in right away, blow it again. Like, trade it how it's like a real account is what I can say. Anyway, so I'll have 5 accounts again, 2 funded, 3 evals. And in one of my older videos, I mentioned stick to one strategy, stick to what's working, and I want to stand by that. But I think with these accounts, you know, I got the funded accounts via scalping the morning volatility. You know what I mean? 9:30 open. I'm waiting for, you know, liquidity to get rated. Pretty much the 2022 mentorship model. But out of all ICT models, I've spent the most time with OTE, and it's because the framework and the rule set and, you know, what goes into it makes the most sense to me. And it's very important that when you're making your model, especially with ICT type shit, you don't need to be a generalist. And I mean, obviously over time you'll become a fucking expert at everything, but I heard a trader on a podcast in the gym earlier this week, and it's like, you need to be a specialist. Generalists don't make money in this market. So you need to just pick 1 or 2 things and just fucking pound it, you know what I mean? And I've spent the most time with OTE, and it would be a waste for me not to utilize it, because I've spent hours and hours and hours on it, even prior to, you know, learning about or getting funded and, you know, scalping and stuff like that. So I'm going to get back to my roots and really crack down and go for OTE setups only. the issue and the challenge I know I'm gonna have is I want to trade every day, and OTE doesn't show up every day. There's proper conditions for it, and with the scalps, I can do it every day. So it scratches that itch, but you know, I'm not utilizing everything that I've studied and I've put time into that shit. So I'm considering scalping and OTE, but at the same time, I want to just be a specialist. If it's there, it's there. Because if I'm a scalper, I can get into the trap of I'm getting better at reading price action. I know when it sweeps liquidity. I know what this looks like. There's a lot of fake outs, and you have to be very nimble. And over a certain amount of time throughout the morning, your mental capital goes down, and I'm liable to overtrade. I'm liable to make mistakes, and eventually everything starts looking like a liquidity, grab. Everything starts looking like a market structure shift on the 1 minute. Eventually, if you're sitting there looking at it all day. So I think I'm going to stick with OTE because it also transfers over to the Forex challenge, which, a quick update for you guys, if you haven't seen my last video, I was about 50% of the way there. I went for a one shot, one kill type of trade. I went for a turtle soup, risked more, and because I only had until next Friday, and so that leaves me only like 3 days to find a setup. And the way the charts were looking, I could have waited, but I went for it, and I ended up losing. It was a news day, and it was counter trend. I knew all of this, but it was a risk, and I ended up losing that trade. So now I'm only in profit by 350. If you remain green, you get a free retry. So I'm not gonna touch the challenge until I get the free retry, and then on that, I'm only gonna be using OTE and order blocks, which is how I got to 50% on that anyways. Probably just do OTEs, to be honest. And so, pretty much the reason is I want to standardize my focus to one thing across all asset classes. I don't want to spread my energy out into today I'm gonna, this window I'm gonna be scalping, PM session I'll come back for a scalp, and then in my Forex challenge, I'm looking for 4-hour type setups. I kind of just want to focus down in, and then see what happens. I think as far as the funded accounts and the futures, my mentality's right. I still have these accounts. I haven't blown it yet. My risk is okay. I'm getting better at taking 1 or 2 losses and just, I'm pissed. I want to get back in the market, but I'm getting better at just closing it down, coming back the next day, seeing what I could get. So, and only trading OTE model will also, limit how many trades I take as well. So that's a good thing. So that's the update on Apex Trader funding. That's the update on True Forex funds. Other than that, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I guess I don't want to make the video too long, but what's new? I just watched Imperfect Trader. If you haven't, go look at his YouTube. I respect this man. He puts these documentaries together of his own challenges, like Forex challenges and stuff, FTMO, whatever. 400K challenges, like big ones. He's funded 400K. He just put out one a couple days ago, and man, this guy puts all his mistakes, all his tribulations on Front Street. And I think that's what this industry fucking needs. Man, over trading, taking multiple losses in a row and trying to focus back in and stay consistent and follow your rules. Like at one point, he was like 10 losses in a row, man. The equity curve was like straight down. He has a 2 trade a day maximum, and one day he took like 9 trades. Like that's real life for anyone on this journey, and he's been trading for a long time. And I think people need to see that more. There's a false expectation of like whatever the gurus post, flashing lights, fucking text on what I did to become a funded trader, like follow this strategy, trade like a 10-year-old, like all those ads. This industry is a boo-boo, but this is real life for a lot of people. It is hard, it's lonely, it's very difficult. Discipline, seeing your shit go green and then stopping out, that feeling I don't think is ever going to go away. It getting close to stopping out and you wanting to close it, that feeling's not going to go away. Coming to within a point of your take profit and then tanks, like that's never going to go away. You never know the outcome. We just have to be disciplined enough to deal with those emotions and deal with them in a standardized way. So anyways, not really much, else for me to say. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Hope you guys are doing well. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll leave a link for the Apex Trader funding. If you want to sign up, if you want to try it. I don't know if it's 50% off or 80% off. Either way, it's cheaper than all the other ones, and I like NinjaTrader, so it's a good time. It's a subscription model. If you don't like it, quit after the month. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. Don't forget that life is about more than just these charts. Sounds weird to say because these charts is all I fucking do and all I think about, but anyways, I'll see you guys back on Monday. Go do some studying, go enjoy some sun, go to the gym, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.